WTA Tour, the finals of the Medibank International, and two of the world's very best, and also best prepared going into the Australian Open. Elena Dementieva along with Dinara Safina, two players very, very familiar with one another. Hi again, everybody. Welcome to Los Angeles and our Tennis Channel studios. Along with our expert analyst, Katrina Adams, I'm Paul Sunderland. And these players meeting for the 10th time in a WTA Tour Championship match. Very familiar with one another. Opposite ends of the bracket going into the Australian Open. Could be a preview of a very meaningful match.
Well, both these players are extremely great competitors. They're big hitters. They're going to be out there pounding the ball left and right. But even though we talk about the Australian Open, it's the match at hand today that counts for both these players. Both of them want to win. They're both from the mother country of Russia, and they have a great history against each other in the past. When you look at their 2008 season, they're both finished in the top 4, career highs for both players. Finals of the Olympics. Highest match wins for Dementieva, and Dementieva is just really playing extremely well. She's moving well. She's very consistent. Safina, a little shaky in her semifinal match yesterday, but I think she's up for the challenge in today's match.
Obviously, Safina and Dementieva did their work during the offseason and are ready for the Australian Open. But who else do you like?
Well, when you look at the contenders there, you can never count out Serena Williams. You never know what you're going to get, especially when you go into a Grand Slam. She has a tendency of playing her way into shape. Played some good matches this week before falling yesterday. Elena Dementieva, as I mentioned, is on a roll. She also won the tournament a week ago and then in the finals today. But Vera Zvonareva, she didn't play this week because of illness, but she really ended the year playing well. She beat 4 of the top 10 players at the Tour Championships, lost to Venus Williams in the finals, and I think she's has an outside chance of doing well there.
And Venus Williams as well, not playing in any of the lead-up tournaments, if you will, but playing in an exhibition. Ana Ivanovic, Elena Yankovic, #1 player in the world. It is going to be a wide-open and very interesting tournament as well. These two players, Dinara Safina as well as Elena Dementieva.
Okay.
We'll see what they did in the semifinals. First, it was Safina, sweltering conditions, taking on veteran Ai Sugiyama.
Yeah, Dinara Safina really wanted to play some short points yesterday, using her powerful shots, finishing here with a nice swing volley at the net. The conditions were over 100 degrees. Sugiyama, just a fighter out on the court. She's always moving around, trying to find a way to win the points, but Safina just too powerful with that winner down the line to take out the first set. To move ahead in the second set, Safina continuing to just pounce on that ball that's inside the baseline. Sugiyama really showing her skills around the court, moving Safina, coming up with a great drop shot here to win this point here, the tiebreak. But it was all Safina moving ahead to match point. Safina just too strong and too powerful for Ai Sugiyama. Great return, beautiful winner.
In the second semifinal, similar conditions, Elena Dementieva taking on Serena Williams. And a couple of years ago, Serena didn't play any warm-up tournaments as well, and so coming out for the first time, and glad to see her. The seriousness in her preparation heading towards the Australian Open.
Yeah, Serena hadn't played this event since 2002, and Dementieva had a lot of matches under her belt coming into this week, just moving the ball around well, finishing at the net, playing well inside the baseline, finding the line for the winner to take on the first set. In the second set, Serena Williams just did not have her feet underneath her. Looked to run out of gas. Dementieva just full of steam, pouncing that ball all over the court, and Serena just unable to catch up to these balls and put anything behind them. Dementieva's really serving well and finishes this point and this match with that signature backhand down the line.
Emphasis on Dementieva serving well. If she can win some easy points off her serve, which has always been a real question mark, life will become much, much brighter for Elena Dementieva. A look at how these two players arrived between Safina and Dementieva. It was only Safina that dropped a set, so both have been out on the court, albeit the very, very challenging conditions, a very, very minimum of time. Dinara Safina, well, against Radwanska, had to go 3 long sets. The players have taken to the court in Sydney, Australia. Very similar conditions once again, and a good crowd on hand for this one, playing in the evening. So the heat of the day is gone. Players in their sweat tops, surprisingly still probably in the high 80s, low 90s, and very humid in Australia this time of year.
Well, Dinara Safina, 22 years of age, and she has really escalated up the ranks in the last few years. She She's gotten her fitness in order. Her story started in mid-year last year when she won Berlin, then moved on to win Los Angeles, Montreal, and just really had a stellar season. You can see she moved on to the final here, taking Akostea in the first round, Bira Dushavina in the second, Elise Cornet from France, and then, of course, Ai Sugiyama yesterday, and just playing extremely well.
There's Mariana Alves from Portugal, our chair umpire for this championship match. 10th meeting between these two women, and there's been real dichotomy in terms of who has had greater success. It really comes down to which surface they play on. Safina has the advantage right now, 5 wins to 4, but all of her wins have been on either grass or clay, and every time they have met on hard court, which is the surface today, Elena Dementieva has come out on top.
Well, Dementieva, as we mentioned, she's won the last 2 matches against Dinara Safina, winning at the Olympics in Beijing, winning that in 3 sets. 27 years old, currently ranked number 4 in the world. You can see she was a finalist at Istanbul and Berlin, but also won the Olympics, Dubai, and Luxembourg throughout the season last year.
Elena Dementieva already with a tournament victory under her belt, a win in Auckland, so still a perfect 9-0. Coming up next, the finals from Sydney, Dementieva and Safina. This is the Metabank International, the finals between Elena Dementieva and Dinara Safina. Safina number 3 in the world, Dementieva at number 4. This is the Sony Ericsson WTA Tour. It has been all Dinara Safina here so far in the second set. Early break, consolidated, a break once again to lead 5-1, now serving for the set at 5-2.
That's just beautiful. With Safina, it's tough to beat when she's able to play well inside the baseline. As tall as she is, she does a great job getting down low, having great balance, and nice long follow-through.
Good enough to win the Australian Open playing like this?
At this particular point, yes, because she's playing with such composure and just in control of what she's trying to do. High percentage of first serves, not a lot of unforced errors. So tough to be able to maintain this level of play set after set and match after match.